If it ain't Boeing, I ain't going. To many people, this saying doesn't ring true anymore. But two accidents had occurred in the last year, with one of the accidents taking place on an Alaska Airlines Boeing 737 on a routine flight to Ontario in California, causing the airline's reputation to plummet. Although they are flying again, the investigation has revealed some shocking details about Boeing's manufacturing and inspection processes.
I'm here today because I felt that I must come forward because I do not want to see another 787. I do not want to see 787 or 777 crash. I have serious concerns about the safety of the 787 and 777 aircraft, and I'm willing to take on professional risk to talk about them.
Former Boeing manager Ed Pearson says an internal whistleblower sent him records about the door plug, and he handed them to the FBI. But a Boeing official said the company cannot find documents about the door plug that blew off in mid-air, saying it's likely that such records never existed. U.S. regulators now put curbs on production, and in March, its deliveries fell by half, and it came at a hefty price. Boeing posted a net loss of $30 million, or 4 cents a share, in the fourth quarter. The company also reported a net loss of 47 cents per share. But Boeing says that it's sticking with its 2025 and 2026 financial targets. Investigators and whistleblowers say that Boeing sometimes valued cost and corner-cutting measures over the objections of its employees. The FAA has said it is investigating the claims, which Boeing has disputed. Mikail Malik, TRT World.
Let's bring in Anita Mendarata, who's in London. She's the founder and president of Anita Mendarata and Associates. Anita, good to have you on the program. So how much financial impact will the grounding of Boeing's 737 fleet have in the aviation sector?
I think your question is an important one because it goes across the entire aviation sector. By grounding the fleet, we are going to be suspending the ability for the travel and tourism and trade industries to be able to recover from what the severe losses were during COVID-19. Now, bearing in mind, over 14,000 commercial aircraft were grounded during the pandemic, and they're slowly regaining their routes and their capacity. If Boeing is not able to fly in any of its elements of the fleet, it's going to impact the entire ecosystem globally in travel and trade's ability to then recover the losses and get trade and people moving once again. So this is an industry issue, not only a Boeing issue.
And how much impact is it also going to have then on investor confidence, especially for Boeing?
Massive, and especially again, it's Boeing as well as the industry, because the investor confidence links directly to traveler confidence. This has now become a conversation at dining room tables, not only boardroom tables. So this is going to have a significant impact in terms of confidence and credibility of Boeing as an airline, a manufacturer, as well as the airlines that are utilizing the Boeing aircraft. We also need to keep in mind that when we look at Boeing, we're looking at 156,000 employees that work for the company. All of them now are at risk. So this is a wider issue across the industry and right through the business, which is going to have repercussions without question, very sadly.
Yeah, it is very sad indeed. But despite those financial setbacks, what are Boeing's stated financial targets for next year and 2026, and how does it plan on achieving them?
The maintaining of the targets is going to be very strong and very hopeful because, again, we're seeing a surge in terms of travel as well as trade recovery. So they are going to have to be able to manage this in a way that is highly communicating of exactly what they are doing to be able to reassure people that the safety concerns and the integrity challenges to the aircraft are being addressed. All of this goes back to credibility and confidence building, and that will have a direct impact on Boeing's ability to recover as a company itself. But ultimately, the entire industry, its competitors, all the airlines, we all want Boeing to be able to move through this, everyone working on finding the solutions to problems that are causing very real concerns for travelers and investors alike.
Yeah, Anita, you talk about credibility and confidence building, and we've just seen these revelations emerging from the Senate Investigations Subcommittee about Boeing's manufacturing and inspection processes. How's that affecting the company's reputation and market standing and, of course, as you've been mentioning, consumer confidence in all of this?
Indeed. I think this is where it's important to remember that we are all travelers. We are all directly impacted by this. And so what's happening with the Senate hearings in the US and the investigations with the FAA, that has now become a global conversation and a global concern. So it absolutely is going to have an impact. It's going to be a very challenging process moving through. But this is where now, when Boeing speaks and it reassures people through proof of delivery of safety addressing and cultural adjustments in the organization, it will have a wider impact on the industry itself. We all need Boeing to get through this. We all need to be flying again and allowing trade to continue. But we all know as well that Boeing cannot do this without all of us backing their need to address safety concerns for travelers and investors alike.
Absolutely. Anita Mendarata in London, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.